Yeah, we got some people from YouTube, live in Tennessee. Thought they'd come by today, 24th day of July, or June. Yeah, so we'll go up and see them. Konrad and Kandy, I reckon. Yeah.
And then we've been in Yellowstone.
You a bow hunter?
No, I shoot a rifle.
Yeah,
Shoot a rifle?
Yeah, I shot my.
Oh, you're a hunter.
Yeah, I shot my first deer.
You did?
Last year.
Well, congratulations.
I thought it was a doe. We were shooting an AR-15, and we put it into a sniper rifle. Like we put a scope on it and
A 5.5.
yeah,
Yeah.
a 5.5. So.
Well, you only got about 1 million more hunting trips to go on.
Yeah, we got a lot more.
And then, so I aimed at it, and I thought it was a doe, but I shot it, and it had like a little spike, and it was a buck.
Yeah, it looked like it had an injury, and one side only had was a couple inches. The other side was a spike with a little bitty brow tine, but
It looks like a doe.
still exciting.
Yeah.
And I dropped it.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's the main thing.
What fish are these?
Those are bluegill.
Is this dog food?
No, it's fish food.
Is
Close
there
to-
any,
it's probably dog
catfish
food.
in there.
Huh?
Catfish?
No, I ain't got any of them.
Here's
Does
a-
it survive in here? Or
Yeah,
you
yeah.
Good?
I got bluegills, crappie, and bass in here. And
Did you buy the fish or did you,
I caught them.
oh, you put them all in?
I caught about a dozen fish. There wasn't any fish in here when we bought the place.
Yeah, there's darn ponds all over. Well, right in this area, there's like 10 ponds within a half a mile.
Okay.
You stocked it yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah, with a dozen fish.
And they bring them over here, put them in there.
And then
So
they
is the water
just
down because of the drought, or
Yeah, yeah.
do you have another leak you think?
No, it just, it goes down because there's no,
It's not spring
you
fed.
know, it's not a spring fresh.
So it's just water that
Yeah,
rolls into it.
Yeah, and it,
Kandy, do you not think that's what came
Yeah, I
up?
think it is.
So I had planted some alfalfa 2 or 3 years ago, and it did not come up. And then this year, I killed everything that was winter, spring, killed everything under, and just put in straight Clover, and then the alfalfa came up.
Yeah, see, that's what all that long stuff is, the alfalfa. Now the chicory was up really high. But it really, the deer really gravitated to that.
You guys see the difference in that? I think we've had some of that tricky
We've had
come up,
both of it.
but we have a lot of weeds that look similar.
We have a bunch of those ones with the red in it.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of
not sweet.
Well, let's wander on down to the other pot down on the bottom there.
So I'm seeing like in my mind, I'm looking back at all your videos and I'm seeing this.
And see, I left that pot, take that down.
Don't break this one down.
Yeah, I think they traverse up through here. Like those little water puddles down there? Well, it's going to traverse across that mud, and that's where it gets bit. Then it runs a high fever. It'll run back to the water source. And if you're a creek walker, one creek walker come down here and said he found 26 dead bucks.
26.
Yeah, and they all die basically because they start hemorrhaging in all their organs, and then they run a high fever. And the first thing they do is go to water to try to cool down. And, that's where they find it. County north of there, Madison County. Oh, they have
In that deer shed, wasn't it?
Yeah, now you can see how high that water gets, how that bank's cut. And this is prime. Here's what happens. The deer find that water. They'll walk in through that mud to get that drink, and that's where they get infected from midget.
How big are the midgets?
And then
You can't see them. They're
Do they
just
bite humans?
they don't bite humans, they just bite deer.
Oh, are they like a bug?
So
Yeah.
Tennessee claims to have never had a case of EHD.
Wow. See, I went over here last year. When I seeded, I had a tremendous, perfect germination on that wintergreens. But I still went in and overseeded some bare spots with Whitetail Institute because the Clover, and over in there it grew in. But this was that wintergreens, and those deer just they were on here, buck killed,
Yeah.
and we had a horrible October. It was in the 80s and 90s, and so that didn't work. But we did get him a shot on November 5th, I believe, over at the other place, and he, bone arrow, he missed. It wasn't a big deal, but and then I shouldn't have started him in October, but he wanted to go.
Fucking cool.
What's the two of them?
That a Jake?
No.
So this is 6 years of growth?
Yeah,
Pure clover, nothing else?
yeah, careful. And it needs mowed bad. This is where the fawn was over here in this corner.
Oh, in this field?
Yeah.
Okay.
And this was really wet.
Yeah.
I got a lot of it out of it just by pulling it out.
Orchard grass?
Where's that one spot where we stuck that vine here?
Oh, it's up on it. It won't end up getting up there. But this is a 6-year-old clover plant.
It doesn't look that bad.
No,
I mean,
6
people,
years?
if you could start with this, would die for it.
yeah, I mean, it's got, well, I'm probably going to take it out and put an annual in it.
So which one of y'all were going to ask him that one question? Kaden, favorite?
Oh, what's your favorite food plot
But you mean for eating?
Seed.
for seed?
What you're looking at?
Clover.
Clover. Reason why? Is they'll be on this clover. You see how high it is? When you come down here in the spring, you think it's gone. It's dirt, and it'll resurge itself as soon as it gets some moisture. And there is some maintenance to it. Costs a little money on the front end to buy the seed, but once you get it established like that, that is their go-to. That's the ice cream store that they're going to go to. Regardless of anything else, they're going to still end up coming here because it's really high in protein. And once you get it established, you got some maintenance, but you've got the optimum food source. I mean, right there. And I've let some good friends come down. I can only hunt on a southwest wind. And, if the wind's blowing here, then you're sitting there. You can come in from the north. And I try to, they're trophy hunting per se. So I ask them to shoot the biggest, just don't, Now if it's the kid or something like that, then you shoot whatever you want.
Right.
But if a guy wants to come and you show him what's out there, try to hold up, if don't take one.
Yeah, a 6 point.
Yeah. And I put that up there for Jerry Wells. He was helping me with Matthew, so I thought, well, I'll give him a grandstand. Come down here, and they hit that scrape right there.
On this leaf, on that branch right there.
Yeah.
We've put up 2 mock scrapes, and I don't think the deer are full of it. And put scent on it and everything.
Are all your paths mowed out deer trails, or do you artificially make them?
Well, if I want to enhance a shot setup, I'll break the trail, and deer are like humans. They're gonna, same way with moose. When the loggers go through up in Canada to log, bam, the moose are on there. Because they don't want to burn up any more energy than they have to walking through that bush. So if they can find an interstate, they're gonna take it. And but this is a 2-year-old clover plot right here. And as you can see, it's 99% weed free.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And it's beautiful green, and you see how dry it is.
And you've not cut this one time?
Not this year.
Have you chemicaled anything down here?
No, because I was waiting. Well, first of all, it was so wet, I couldn't get down there, And so, no, wait a minute. I have mowed this. Yeah. There's, right behind me, is a massive field. You can see that greenscape back there?
Yes.
That is a mix of grass and alfalfa.
Okay.
The deer will come here first before they go there because this is more digestible, and that is ag
Clover.
Clover
or ag alfalfa.
Yeah, for livestock, and their digestive tract is a lot more advanced and heavier duty. Where the deer is like a cat, and they want the most digestible plant they can, and that's what this is. Yeah, and this
low
is,
hanging stuff.
this would be
Is this ideal height?
yeah. That way they can nuzzle that really.
They don't have
And
to
you can
get
see
up.
him walking.
Yeah. It,
Have you ever put the camera angled this way so that you can see him?
well, sometimes I do it. This one is just to monitor the deer density. Different cameras got better quality, better video than other ones. So that one is just there to monitor that trail. I don't even remember
We may have missed somebody.
Yeah,
Is this area of Iowa, is this considered like the big buck area where there's a farm and you pay $15,000 and all that? Is that this area or is it farther south or north?
east of here.
Okay.
There's another mock straight, and they're still using that.
Oh, you put that, oh, that one's attached? Okay,
Yeah. See, it's hanging down the same leaf. And I had Matthew in there, and then I would sit up there with the camera, and I knocked the edge over here off the creek to make it a little more profound, so more easier you could make it. Yeah. And just little things like that break up the terrain. And if it's not a negative in erosion or nothing, it's an enhancement in because they're like humans. I mean, well, back there where we crossed, if you had a hard time crossing that, you'd go seek an easier. And I had that tube in there, and I knew when I put it in there, it was 24 inches, but it wasn't long enough. So I didn't have enough freebore on the ends and a lot of water in the ditch. And when it come down there, a couple of them just blew it out of there, pushed it on down. But the easier you can make it, it's easier for you, and the does and the fawns will gravitate to it because she's trying to lead them the easiest route. And then once that gets established, then here comes Mr. Buck, because he's going to be on the same trail that she's been using, and they get acclimated. It's not a sure given thing, especially in the rut. When they can be. How do you stay upwind of a rutting buck? I mean, they're going around and around the tree wherever the doe is going, and so I mean, but your intention is to try to hunt the wind. But this is what this was about: the tree limb, the blind. There again, I think I still got to keep the plywood laying in there yet. And, that was so he could move his chair around in there. But anyhow, and the more you get that stuff established, and then you sit back, and that's your reward when you see what you did and you see the results of it. You don't have to kill something. You just seeing what you had in your mind move animals around, and if you were having to shoot them, well, then you would be able to, enhance your opportunity, But at your age, I understand what you're talking about. I mean, you got school and all that stuff to tend with, and you ain't even got to that marriage stage where you're raising kids. You can get in and get out. You ain't like an old man. I come down here. Yeah, I think I'll stay here today.
Is that the one that's got the sign on it? Oh,
Yeah.
And he was your friend from a kid, or?
Well, he established the largest bow shop in the state of Iowa, and I'll tell you what, he borrowed every penny, but archery was his life.
Okay.
He raised 3 kids through archery. He had the archery store, he had all the ups and downs, competing against Bass Pro, all the big guys that come to town, and he was just a little, but the thing about Irv is he could fix, everybody that bought a bow somewhere would end up at his shop.
Okay.
Because he was the top-notch mechanic.
Okay.
He'd been there, done that. He can fix it, get you back in the game.
Make sure you look for ticks.
Yeah, I got one.
Oh, you got a wood tick?
Yeah, it took one.
Oh, that's not bad. You got one.
Only one.
Yeah.
We have everything.
Yeah. And you can see how that cauliflower rose was in there.
Yeah.
And I ran out of time, but you can see the resurgence of new grasses and forbs. Where before, one of those bushes was just one big bush with nothing.
And they won't eat the leaf or nothing, huh?
Oh, they do a little bit, but there's just so much of it, you know what I mean? You can have too much of a good thing.